if I gained 20 pounds or 10 kilos, whichever you work in, and I feel miserable. I really feel miserable. I don't want to go out, and my parents are having a party and all my loved ones are going to be there, and I feel like I can't go. Yeah? In that situation, in your opinion, is the physical change in my body physically making me feel miserable and physically stopping me from going to the party? Or is it my perception of my body and what my body means to me? Now I'd like you to think about your body image, your bad body image, as you described it, everything that encompasses, okay? And put a percentage on it for me, okay? How much of it do you think is your perception of your body and what it means to you? And how much do you think, no, my body is physically, literally the problem? So let's take my example of feeling miserable. I've gained 20 pounds, I've gained 10 pounds, now I feel miserable. It's not a case of that the increase in my fat cell stores is sending out sort of endorphin blockers or serotonin blockers and making me feel miserable. That would be medically, the body fat increasing makes me feel miserable. My body fat increasing is the problem. Yeah? And also, when someone's weight or body changes so that there are health-related issues directly associated with weight, medically, or there are mobility issues directly associated with weight, then we could say the body is creating or a part of or causing part of the problem. Yeah? And then we have everything else, which is not directly associated with the body itself. Okay, so that's what we're here to determine at this point. Yeah. So when you say bad body image and you feel negative towards it, you feel limited by it, you feel like you can't do the things that you want to do, you can't feel as good as you want to do, you can't feel proud, all of these things. Is your physical fat mass and body shape and size physically causing that? Or is it how you are perceiving it?
Yeah.
Okay, so how, percentage-wise, how much is your body physically the problem or causing the problem? How much is your perception? And feeling like you don't take the best care of yourself, that's valid. And I would say that that is separate. It might be a little bit intertwined with bad body image, but that's sort of a separate discussion to I feel really negative about my body and it limits me in the things that I feel that I can do. See? But anyway, I don't mean to confuse you on that. So when you say 100% my perception, okay, it does not mean, well, okay, then no problem, just change your perception of it, right? It doesn't mean that it's then easy to change, but what it does is it at least highlights where the focus point is going to be, where you might want the focus point to be, yeah? And this is interesting because until we had that little discussion, it really felt like 80% is my body is the problem. Yeah. Now, what would any logical, sane, rational person do if their body really fundamentally feels like the problem? Would it? Of course they would.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why it's important that we put it on the table just to understand what's really going on. It doesn't change anything right now, except that it changes the focal point and it puts the control and power and the options back into your hands.